Hello and welcome to Woman podcast. I'm your host, Denise Hinkson Lawrence. I'm excited about the content that we will be bringing on today. I have a wonderful guest I would like to introduce to you today, and her name is Rona Anderson, and we're just going to go right into our conversation on today. Rona, welcome.
Hello, Denise. I'm just so delighted to be with you today. And I just thank you for the privilege that you've given me to be on your show. I've heard so much about your show and it's just an amazing privilege. So thank you so much, Denise.
Thank you. Privilege is mine. Honor to have you as well. So we're going to go right into it because this is an exciting time for us. Navigating Life Anthology. Wow.
No.
Let's
Denise,
talk about that. Tell me how you feel about what just happened.
Can you believe that we've just launched the Navigating Life Anthologies? 29 amazing women all got together, so many of us, so we couldn't all fit into one book. We're actually in two books.
Which I'm in the other one.
Yeah, you're in the other one, aren't you?
Yes.
And we have just had the most amazing, wonderful launch.
Yeah.
It's been absolutely wonderful. All 29 women with completely different stories, completely different backgrounds. And you know what, Denise? We're actually from, I think it's 5 different countries.
Absolutely.
Yeah, so it's international, it's worldwide.
As Claudine Reed will say, we're ambassadors of hope.
Definitely ambassadors. And I just feel so privileged because 3-4 months ago, would I have thought that I would have been the author of actually 2 books?
Come on.
No way. I actually do speak about how that label was associated with me and how I navigated my life away from that label and transformed.
And you mentioned that shyness became your coat of armor. Talk a little bit about that.
Yeah. I think I accepted being shy, and I used to think being shy was great. I wore it with pride until I realized that shyness is actually fear, and God did not give me a spirit of fear. So yeah, they had to go, and it went out the window, out the door. Big, if you could see my foot now, I would be kicking that shy away. Yeah, I used to hide behind it. It was something that it was a label that people attached to me, and also I falsely but proudly attached to myself. And I used that label and I hid behind it. And when the penny dropped, it was a case of, that's not mine. I'm not accepting it. I no longer wear that armor. It's no longer mine. It was a journey, but the penny dropped. And once it did, and once I realized that shyness did not come from God, because shy is fear. And if it did not come from God, I didn't want it. I must admit, sometimes I might sort of sink back into it, and then it's a case of, no, Rona, no. If anybody tries to attach that label to me, I say, no, that is not me. And it's a case with any label. If you accept the label, people will continue giving it to you.
Yes.
And they're used to you accepting it. They're used to, no matter what that label is. You might have a label that you say is, you might say that you're not attractive. If you accept that label and you believe that about yourself, whatever you call yourself, other people will call you, and you're giving people the right to call you that. So if you call yourself unattractive, other people will have the right to call that to you because you've given that over to them. Yeah, that was why once I decided to say, no, I'm not accepting that label, People who knew me when I did accept that label still tried to pin it on me. I said, no. I said, no way. I said, that is not me. And that's what you've got to do. Any label that you receive that you no longer want, that is attached to you, do not accept it. Literally do not accept it. Get that label, cut that label. And
Wow.
that's what you have to do. You have to cut that label so it's no longer a part of you. Literally, do not accept anything that you do not want. Life and death is in the power of the tongue.
Yes. Yes.
So if you call yourself something, if you accept something, you know, what is that? You're giving life to it.
Yes.
You're giving life to something that you are speaking, or that you're allowing other people to speak over you.
Right.
So if you're not happy with something that somebody's saying about you, if you do not agree with it, if God, the main thing is, if God does not agree with it,
Come on.
don't accept it. Anything that's positive that I can attach to myself, I do. I noticed, so my name is Rona, R-O-N-A. And I noticed a few years ago, that there is a diamond, the second largest diamond ever mined in the world is called Rona. And I've just attached myself to that. I say, oh, you know, the biggest diamond in the world is named after me. And that's what I do. I attach positive things to me. And when you do that, that really lifts you up. It gives you hope as well when you associate positive things with you. So I just recommend, you know, anything that you think is wonderful, is great, pin it on yourself.
Yes. Yes.
Yeah, that's
change the narrative, change the language.
Yeah,
My
definitely.
God.
Yeah, language is key.
Yeah.
Language is really, really key, because you are what you believe. You are your thoughts. And you know what? We have 60,000, on average, we have 60,000 thoughts through our mind every single day. And did you know that out of that 60,000 thoughts, roughly around 80% of them are negative? And also, 95% of our thoughts are repeated every single day. Same thoughts, repeated over and over and over every single day. So if the bulk of them are negative, what's going on in your mind? So that's why you need to rewire your mind, rewire your brain with positive thoughts. What's gone on before, you can't change. The thoughts that you actually have, they're already there. You can't erase them.
Mm-hmm.
What you can do is create new thoughts.
Right.
Really, really create new thoughts. And those thoughts that are in your mind, make them positive. Really make them positive.
This is absolutely fine, because it ties into the whole thing about how you navigate your way through shyness and become, so now you're able to think new thoughts, and your new thoughts then change the way how you walk, the way you present yourself to others, and the way how others see you. So it all starts within the mind. It's that thought, because if you were told that and you were that was spoken over you about shyness, you live that, you believe that, until now you've been delivered from that by renewing your mind and having new thoughts and creating these new way of thinking and believing, and it brings about that sense of security and confidence. So I'm really so proud of you where you are today. Now, you know, I'm going to ask you before we jump into your other book, because I want to highlight that book as well, because I'm just super excited about it. The fact that on one weekend, hey, a celebration, you have 2 books, okay? But before we go into the second book, is there anything in your chapter that that you want to share?
And it's an anonymous quote, and it's, train your mind to see the good in everything. And that's a message that I want to leave with or every single person who's either watching or listening, is train your mind to see the good in everything. Okay. Being positive is a choice, and I choose to be happy. Our thoughts are wired into our mind and form pathways. The more you think about something, the more it will be imprinted in your mind. There was a long period in my life when I thought, believed, and acted as though I was shy. And it goes on. And I'm just going to find another snippet in here. Okay, so just what we discussed earlier on, Denise. And it's headed up with, oh, she's the shy one. This newfound attachment of shyness became like my new coat of armor, which I wore with pride. I thought it was great to be shy. People would say, she's the shy one. And I would smile as though it was something to be proud of. However, it was an imposter, and I began to fear judgment from everyone.
Wow.
Because shyness was not really me. It was an attachment. It was a label. It was an imposter, and that's how I look at it. And that's with the opening words, how I now, look at things and I think about positive thoughts. I think, really, really positive thoughts. And I have trained my mind to see the good in everything.
Thank you so much, Rhoda, for sharing this space with me. So for those who are listening today, if they wanted to get in touch with you, you spoke briefly about a happiness consultant, as well as the books itself, the gratitude journal, and your chapter contribution to the Navigating Life anthology. And mentioned about Rona Anderson. So we know if we want to get in touch with you, we go visit ronaanderson.com. I know that your story, as well as others, will transform lives. For anyone that will pick up the book, I mean, between the two books, people you just want to go get them. They're on Amazon right now, available. And if you want to get a signed copy from Rona, you can visit her website, ronaanderson.com, and you'll be able to get that one from her directly, as well as to also purchase a gratitude journal and begin just writing down the things that we are so grateful for. The very fact that you get up in the morning and breathe the breath of life, the air you breathe, is enough to be thankful for. And remember, to change your mindset. Begin to think on things, meditate on things that are pure and of good report, and these things will change your life. Rona, thank you so much for coming. And shout out to Claudine Reed, as well as Camille Daly and the Divine Flow Publishing Company. And of course, this would not be possible if the ICANN community didn't go and lock down a pandemic and created a platform with Navigating Evolve Women's Ministry. So again, thank you so much. Thank you, and God bless you.
Well, God bless you, Denise. And I just want to give you, I just want to say a huge thank you for this wonderful, amazing opportunity, Denise. Just to be on this platform with you, to reach out to my American family over there across the pond. It's just amazing. And thank you for all that you do. And I'm looking forward, Denise, to reading your chapter in the Navigating Life anthology. It's going to be amazing, absolutely amazing. And also, Denise, when your future publications come out as well, you need to make sure that we all know over here in the UK